In this WrestleTalk news, is Goldberg coming back to WWE? There are in fact plans for Roman Reigns versus Tyson Fury, Kevin Nash shoots on CM Punk and AEW, and more. Subscribe and enable notifications to always on for daily wrestling news videos.
Support WrestleTalk!
It's almost time for another Saudi Arabia WWE show with the upcoming Crown Jewel event, where Logan Paul will be facing Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. That sure is a sentence. Traditionally around this time of the year, we'd be seeing the returns of Brock Lesnar, Goldberg, or The Undertaker to return to their hometown area of Jeddah or Riyadh. I'm sure that's where they feel most at home based on their wrestling history anyway. We haven't seen Lesnar since SummerSlam, and we haven't seen Goldberg since Elimination Chamber, which was the last Saudi show. But interestingly, there might be a little hint that we might be seeing the latter on our screens soon. WWE regularly uploads top 10 videos to its YouTube channel. Stealing Parts Unknown's gimmick there, we invented top 10 lists, guys. And these top 10 or ranking videos are more often than not linked to something topical that's happening on WWE TV. So it might seem at least a little noteworthy that one of the recent uploads from WWE's YouTube channel is Goldberg's top 25 moments. It could be nothing, but it's also Saudi season, so anything is possible. Considering that he won't be coming back to fight for a world championship though, as Logan Paul has the honor this time, maybe this return might not be so bad. Give me Goldberg versus Gunther, where Gunther wins. I'd like that. Granted, this is also the first Saudi show under Triple H's watch, so things may be different. And speaking of things that will happen at Saudi shows, according to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, WWE has plans to book Roman Reigns versus Tyson Fury somewhere down the line. And by somewhere, we probably mean the next Saudi show before WrestleMania next year. This was of course teased at Clash at the Castle right before Fury started doing a little sing-song with Drew McIntyre and undermined the entirety of the main event, but let's all try to forget that happened, shall we? But something we can't forget is the all-out, fall-out brawl-out, where CM Punk said some things in a media scrum, fisticuffs ensued, suspensions galore, you know the deal by now. Kevin Nash had some thoughts on the situation, and they weren't exactly positive. Speaking on the Click This podcast, Nash commented on Punk's infamous comments that he's old and tired and he has to work with children. At 42 years old, Phil is tired. He's tired, he's beat up. I was in the ring at 55 when he was cutting the promo on me. Click, click, I can hear your knees. LOL, I thought you were dead. That motherfucker is cutting that promo on me and he sits there at 42 years old. Dude didn't wrestle for 10 years. It's like a 75 Eldorado with 102 miles on it. Motherfucker, don't tell me you're tired. Don't tell me you're 75. Shut the up. Punk is actually 43 and Nash was actually 52 when Punk did that promo, but that's neither here nor there. Nash would go on to call AEW as a whole dumb motherfuckers, criticizing the way the company is managed. Jesus, tell us how you really feel, Kevin.
Visit WrestleShop.com every day for the most stupendous in wrestling merchandise. WrestleShop.com, wrestling merch for grown-ups.
With all this negativity surrounding the media scrum right now, you'd think Tony Khan would consider not doing them again, considering the disastrous consequences. But it seems they're set to continue, as when asked about that possibility on the Wrestling Podcast, Khan said, "Well, I think to be fair, we've had a lot of positive things, a lot of positive reactions. It is a great opportunity for the talent to get out and speak. Obviously, there are a lot of positives coming out of them. It's just a few suspensions. It's still good, it's still good. The ratings for Dynamite Grand Slam are in, and honestly, they didn't drastic go down, I just wanted to make the joke. They did decrease though, which will be considered a disappointment as this is arguably the most hyped episode of Dynamite all year. The episode drew an average of 1.039 million viewers, down from the 1.175 mil the previous week, while many were expecting it to break the 1.2 million mark to continue AEW's rise. With next week's show going back to a regular old Dynamite, perhaps that streak of 5 weeks of being over 1 million viewers is about to end. One of the criticisms of Grand Slam was the overuse of finishes where interference happened behind the referee's back without them noticing, as the first 3 matches on the card all featured this wrestling trope. Tony Khan has seemingly caught wind of this, as he tweeted to say, "Congrats Paul Turner on refereeing 100 AEW main events. As senior official, Paul manages our refs, who do great work, but missed some illegalities in the first few bouts last night. I know we can count on Paul. I'm asking him to tighten it up, starting tomorrow on AEW Rampage." Yeah, Paul, sort it out. Got nothing to do with TK's booking. And TK's booking has some other effects too, like like FTR being ranked number 1 since like April and not getting a tag title shot, something which Dax and Cash have been vocal about on social media. And that trend continued, with Dax speaking on the Ring of Wrestling Show podcast. If we were worried about rankings, we would be AEW Tag Team Champions right now. We've been number 1 since forever. For the love of God, Tony, give us a shot. And unfortunately, there may be some more big injuries to add to AEW's list, as according to Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio, Wardlow may have picked up an injury at the Rampage Grand Slam taping. Did you hear anything about Wardlow being hurt? Wardlow appeared to be hurt. I don't know how serious. He appeared to have a leg injury. That would be a huge blow to AEW if their TNT champion was sidelined, though. On the bright side, they could crown yet another interim champion, which everyone would love, right? Another confirmed injury comes from one Ruby Soho, who picked up a broken nose following an Arai Thai KO at the hands of Ty Mello in the all-out 0-hour match. Soho confirmed on social media that she needs to undergo surgery for this broken nose, and because of the timing of it, has had to pull out of a scheduled appearance for 1PW in the UK, instead being replaced at the show by Jamie Hayter, who will face Session Moth Martina. WrestleTalk would like to wish Ruby Soho the best in her surgery, and Wardlow a speedy recovery if he is indeed injured. While the majority of fans and wrestlers alike agree that women's wrestling in WWE has improved drastically, its drastic go up since the Divas era in the late 2000s and early 2010s, one former figure from that time disagrees. Speaking in an interview with Grapsody, Maria Kanellis provided a particularly spicy take. I think they should bring back the butterfly belt. I do. I know people will disagree with me, and that's fine. That's why wrestling is great, because when you watch wrestling, you don't see everybody looking exactly the same. The reasoning for her argument was because a lot of iconic wrestlers held that belt and it has its place in history, though my argument would be that history is the right term. Leave the memories alone and all that. Unsurprisingly, many of her peers of that time don't quite agree, with Mickie James responding on Twitter saying she preferred the OG Women's Championship, and Trish Stratus chimed in with a simple no. Good point, well made, Trish. Moving on to the current number 1 contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship, Ronda Rousey, who has recently spoken out on her 2022 Royal Rumble return and subsequent victory after a lengthy hiatus from WWE. Speaking to UFC legend Daniel Cormier on the DC check-in, Ronda revealed that she was not particularly fond of the match due to her preconceived notions of how the crowd would react. I was expecting boos. I came out with my guard up and I didn't get to enjoy that moment because I was expecting what I got on the way out. So when I came out and everyone popped, I just blocked them out, didn't let them in, and just went in, did my job, and got out. Which probably explains why Ronda was a little bit moody upon her return, until Vince told her to stop doing that because she needed to smile and not be moody. She loves the fans. Now, during the original black and gold NXT, call-ups were an exciting proposition, with only Vince McMahon standing in the way of any individual successful transition to Raw or SmackDown, cough, Karrion Kross. However, since the inception of NXT 2.0 and the focus on younger, less proven athletes, these call-ups have been much less of a sure thing, as seen with talent such as Parker Boudreaux getting released from the company due to a lack of development. According to WWE Senior Vice President of Talent Operations and Strategy James Kimball, this approach to talent progression and development is now the norm. Speaking with Bleacher Report, Kimball states that NXT prospects are reviewed every 6 months. Literally 6-month intervals. 2-year mark, you're up or out. Obviously, there is constant evaluation at the Performance Center. Coaching staff, our staff, on-site, all the time, constantly evaluating, but formal, deliberate evaluations occur in 6-month periods. Ouch. Well, joke's on you, WWE. Parker Boudreaux's moved on to bigger and better things. What are they called again? The Truth Smashers or something? Trust Busters, that's right. What a time. Ending with some truly wholesome news though. Big match John Cena may have been out of the pro wrestling spotlight for a while, but it doesn't mean he stopped being the ultimate babyface on the planet. Guinness World Records have recently announced that Cena has set a truly remarkable new standard for giving back to those who need it the most by granting a record 650 wishes for the Make-A-Wish Foundation since his partnership with the organization started. Cena truly is in a league of his own in this regard, as he's the only celebrity to have granted over 200 wishes. Truly remarkable stuff. Love him or hate him in the ring, he truly is a hero for so many.
In this WrestleTalk news, a shock ex-WWE debut at Grand Slam, a possible turning point with backstage morale in AEW, and our review of Dynamite Grand Slam.